Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to This Is What We Do. I'm Bruce. Hey, today we're going to be doing a little bit more welding and just give you a quick rundown of what I got going on so far. So what we're going to do is take this strap and we're going to tack weld it into place. And then once we tack weld it into place, we've got another couple of things to tack weld in. We'll take this whole structure down off the vehicle and get it welded up. You might notice this tin. This is just an old piece of flashing I had laying around, and it makes a great heat shield. Aluminum absorbs a lot of heat very quickly and dissipates it very fast. So I got that behind the strap so we don't melt our plastic tank. Wanted to show you a little trick with the welding on your MIG gun. You've got this cover that slides over it, a shield, a nozzle. Proper name, I guess that's a nozzle. And excuse me, lots of times what happens is you'll get a crust that builds up inside here. It's really hard to get rid of. Sometimes what I do is just knock it on a piece of metal and the stuff will flake out. Well, I bought this stuff a long time ago and I kind of forget about it. Lincoln makes this. It's a nozzle gel and it kind of looks like a blue jelly. And what you do is just get a little bit of it on like a toothpick or a little paintbrush or something. Just come inside the nozzle and just smear this around. Just a thin coating. You don't need a lot. And what will happen is that slag, that molten metal, won't stick to the inside of it. You can literally just take your finger and just knock it out. It kind of comes out as like a hard crust. So just wanted to show you that here this morning. And just a little trick. Of course, before you get to welding, you want about 1/8 or 1/4 inch of stick out. Is usually where I start at, like that. And let me get in position. We'll get going here. We're going to work a little smarter today than we did yesterday. I should have had my gloves on and I didn't, and I apologize for that. Sometimes when you get in a hurry, you can pay a big price for that, and I don't want burnt fingers today, especially with this hot slag. So we'll get this thing turned around here. And what I've already done, I don't know if you can see or not, but I've got a couple black lines here and here. Those are level lines. I took my level earlier and got the bar where it looked right and then checked it with the level and then struck a couple lines. So let's go ahead and get this tack welded in. I've got my ground up there on the chassis. I don't have anything flammable nearby. Let me kick this rag out of the way. Okay, now I don't have anything flammable nearby. And we just kind of get this where we want it. Couple quick tacks. Okay, there's one. There we go. All right, so we reclamp that. Let me move my heat shield over a little bit. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I just whacked the tip on that. That was dumb. Okay, so I got some welds in place. I went ahead and made another heat shield out of a piece of flashing. It's just safer to work that way rather than melt a hole in our tank. So what we're doing now is trying to figure out where we're going to put this strap at, which should be in the middle. And we're looking at about 9 inches to the center line. So then we want about 3/4 of an inch here and 3/4 of an inch there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this thing taken out of the truck. Okay, I moved the camera around to a different angle, and I forgot to do one thing, and that was to tack weld the supporting brace across here. And once this thing comes down out of the vehicle the way it is now, this metal wants to move around. Well, I can't bend this once I get it up in the truck very easily. So let's get a measurement of what this bar here should be. So we're looking at 18 3/4, not quite 3/4, but 18 3/4 should work good. All right, let me get one of those cut out real quick. Okay, so what I did is after cutting that piece of metal, I came in here with my vice grips and locked it into place. I measured 4 inches off the bottom, which matches the 4 inches for the bracket up front here that we've already welded in. And then I took my level and I went across here and I leveled all this up so this looks nice. And then I put these heat shields here this time because I don't want to scorch my brand new shocks. And so that's that on that. Let me go ahead and get this one tacked in, get to rolling on this. There we go. Okay, I had to do some finagling with the tape measure to get my measurements correct. And what I mean by that is one side was hanging off farther than the other. And as it turned out, this side was hanging out 3 inches, I believe it was, and this was 2.5. So 3 and 2.5 would be 5.5 divided by 50% because we want the same thing was 2.75, I think it is. So we redid that. If my math's not right, excuse me, but it looked right on the measuring tape. So let's go ahead and get this tacked in here. I'm gonna put 3 little ones because I don't want them to rub into the tank. Welding. And the more you practice, the better you'll get. Okay. All right. So at that point, this thing's starting to get much more rigid now. So let's get this down off here and finish this. It came out pretty good. We got some nice welds here, and you know, pretty happy with it for the most part. So what I'll do now is I'll go ahead and take the grinder, start cleaning this up a little bit, and then let's see. We have to fit it back in there one more time because I need straps to go across the top of the tank to hold the tank down. We did a good job about keeping it from going from side to side and up and down, but we haven't done anything to keep it from jumping out, which is important. So let's get this thing ground down and then fit it back up in the truck. Okay, it's a few hours later, and I apologize. The battery on the camera here went dead, but I kind of kept working just to catch up on things. Got the fuel cell down in the basket. I'm going to call it the basket. And it came out pretty good. Got my cross straps all welded and painted here and looking good. And got some bolts in it now. So this thing is in here pretty sturdy. So what we're working on now is a strap that will actually come over top of the tank and tie it in. So I'm going to end up cutting 4 pieces of this, but what'll happen is, if we kind of come around this other side here. Okay, this strap will have a bend in it, and it'll actually clip onto this bracket. It'll drop down inside and clip onto it, and then I'll bend it up here over top of the tank. I'll bend it to form fit that, and then on this end I'll bend this up, drill a hole through it, and then I'll have a gap between that and the next strap in the back. So when we put the bolt and the washer in it and we draw it up tight, it kind of just clamps it, pulls it down and clamps it together. So I've seen that before on smaller things like our little golf cart over here. They use a tank strap that works the same way. It just kind of compresses onto the tank. So she's coming along pretty good. I'll go ahead and get the torch back out and get going on that. Okay, folks, thanks for watching this video. Hope it was helpful. Maybe it's something you can do on one of your projects. As always, thank you. Please like and subscribe. And don't forget, this is what we do. I'm Bruce. I'll see you next time. Take care.